Are zombies any good? No! Are they worthless? Absolutely not. They're as cheap as dirt from the grave. Some tasks are truly best done not by your most elite units, but by your least. Let's take a closer look. But not too close. Zombies rot, you know. Please like, subscribe, comment, and donate harvested souls to my Ko-Fi page if you are so inclined. All support is greatly appreciated. Zombies cost 100 to recruit in both single-player and multiplayer, and cost 25 upkeep per turn. On Ultra, zombies come at us with 160 shambling models and 12,320 hit points per 77 per entity. I want to go over that again. 12,000 and change hit points. That's more than Skaven Slaves. Put all their hit points together and you basically have a Chaos job. And that's basically the high point of this unit. Leadership is 35. 35 is about as low as leadership gets in this game. Speed is 23, which is worse than Chaos Warriors, and a little better than the movement speed of wheeled field artillery pushed by hand. Melee attack is 5. 5. Attack interval is 4.3, which isn't especially miserable. There is no splash size, but some troll put 10 max targets damage in the data mine stuff. Ignore. Melee defense is 6. That really is especially miserable. Weapon strength is 18, divided between 16 base and 2 armor piercing. It's not nothing against units lacking heavy armor. Charge bonus is 3. Mass is 90. Now, something I realized during the Crypt Ghouls video is that the Red Lord line skill, the Unliving Host, provides a maximum of +8 melee attack and +8 melee defense to zombies. That is, unlike Skaven Slaves, they actually are buffed by the red skills. And this is a powerful and formidable buff. Granted, that only means melee attack 13 and melee defense 14, but that's a far cry from 5 and 6. This is probably more valuable on defense because I believe in the game mechanics there is a minimum of 8% chance to hit no matter if it's a zombie against a lord with 105 melee defense. Of course, if that lord has armor, then it won't do much, but this is an important consideration. It's like how if you give an infinite number of monkeys an infinite number of typewriters, and you see if one comes up with a Midsummer Night's Dream. Probably not. But it's a bit more realistic for enough zombies to do some damage over time to ordinary melee combatants. Legions of the Dead grant rank 7 zombies, yes, my mind recoils at the thought, +5 melee attack, +12% weapon strength, and 15% spell resistance. Well, if you've come this far, that's 18 melee attack plus whatever they have from XP chevrons. It's almost somewhat slightly respectable. At least a little bit. As for the tech tree, this is where it gets a little more interesting. The Book of Arcane gives you a -35% to upkeep for zombies, which is 25 base to begin with, as we went over at the beginning. Leadership is +5 for zombies and skeletons, which helps keep them from crumbling on you. Raise New Dead gives a +15% chance for the dead rise again to bring back units generally, and grants +25% speed for zombie units. Now they can slightly outpace Chaos Warriors. Amazing! And they have suits of armor magically grafted to them. Risen Standard Bearers raises melee defense for zombies by +5, which, if you combine it with the Red Line skill, greatly increases the Tar Pit ability. Recruitment and Raise Dead cost goes down by 50% as well. Rotten Gift provides zombies with 20% physical resistance. Wait, it does? That's some highly inedible meat for the meat shield. Master of the Putrid Horde jacks up the Raise Dead pool capacity for zombies by 8 in your own provinces and grants Vanguard deployment for zombies. I mean, 23 speed plus 25% gets you places if you don't start at the opposite end of the battlefield anymore, and that means they can start out as far ahead as the Crypt Ghouls? Finally, yes, there's more! Risen Champions adds +4 melee attack to zombies and skeletons generally. So what we take from this is that zombies are not literally free, they are just, as I said before, grave dirt cheap. As you progress through the tech tree, plus a lord with line infantry buffs, they become kinda sorta respectable, and as I said, they're cheap to raise, upkeep, and replace. If you have 10 good units in an army and need 10 units of near total garbage, zombies are for you. And remember, that's over 144,000 hit points for the enemy to chew through, at least until morale shatters army-wide. Now, how you use zombies has been so obvious I won't make too big a deal out of it. They're meat shields, tar pits, and occasionally inflict damage that whittles down low to mid-armor opponents. The caveat needs to be stated here. In Warhammer 3, zombies do not, I repeat, do not have the expendable trait. Your army will care when they vanish. This is why zombies will be treated as actual negatives in your auto-resolve, balance of power. Zombies are useful for manual battles. You should banish from your mind the thought of using them in auto-resolve. I mean, you can try, but don't expect good results. The other thing is that tar pit tactics still require you to damage the enemy in a more reliable fashion. Well, there's the old standby Wind of Death. Sometimes that's called for. Purple Sun has become respectable again, so death sorcerers are useful for more than just Lord Sniping and Soul Blight. And then there's the old Morris Engine tactic in all its glory. If you can win like that, there is no reason to be shy. After all, the key to the Morris Engine isn't simply that it damages your foes, it heals your meat shields. Of course, since even vampires tend to lack the patience to use that tactic consistently, I suggest investing in a healthy variety of hammers for your meat anvils. Blood Knights, Hex Wraiths, goodness, even Direwolves. Hammers are for other videos. This is about your meat anvils. Zombies are for pinning your enemies and forcing them to do things they don't want to do, either to fight zombies in and of itself, or for archers to reposition, cavalry to divert from more dangerous targets, or artillery to thin the host without affecting the balance of power sufficiently. 12,000 plus hit points are high, but not so high they overshadow other units in the game. But those units cost a lot more than 100 gold to recruit and 25 to maintain without tech tree reductions. Sure, it's not literally free anymore, but it's close. Take care, and have fun spoiling everybody else's fun just by showing up with all those zombie units. They will hate you for it.